Close your eyes and step back to November 7th, 1872. New York City's East River docks pulse with energy. Stevedores haul crates, ropes groan under strain, and the tang of salt and coal hangs thick in the air. Amid this chaos stands the Mary Celeste, a brigantine of modest grace, her 100-foot frame dwarfed by steamships, but proud in her simplicity. Built in 1861 in Parsboro, Nova Scotia, she's a survivor of rough seas and hard labor. Her oak hull patched but solid, her two masts strung with canvas ready to catch the wind. Today, she's loaded with 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, raw industrial stuff, not for drinking but for fortifying Italian wines, a cargo worth thousands, bound for Genoa across the Atlantic. Her captain, Benjamin Spooner Briggs, stands on deck, a lean figure at 37, his sharp eyes scanning the horizon. He's a mariner's son from Wareham, Massachusetts, raised on Bible verses and breaker waves, with a logbook full of voyages from Boston to the Caribbean. This isn't his first command, but it's personal. Beside him is his wife, Sarah Elizabeth Cobb Briggs, 31, a preacher's daughter with a gentle smile and a knack for the melodeon, her auburn hair tucked under a bonnet. In her arms is their daughter, Sophia Matilda, 2 years old, clutching a rag doll with button eyes, her laughter a rare bright note in the gray drizzle. 8 crewmen joined them. First mate Albert G. Richardson, 28, a wiry New Yorker with a dry wit and a steady hand, trusted by Briggs from past runs. Edward William Head, the 23-year-old cook, a broad-shouldered Englishman whose stews keep morale high, and 6 sailors Volkert Lorenzen, Arian Martins, Gottlieb Goodshot, and Bas Lorenzen from Germany, plus 2 dames, Anders Westergaard and Jens Jensen, tough men in their 20s and 30s, their hands calloused from years hauling lines. They're not a flashy crew, but they're reliable, chosen for a job that promises steady pay and a safe return. As the Mary Celeste slips her moorings, the skyline fades, and the open sea beckons. It's a routine merchant run, one of thousands that year, nothing to mark it as special. Yet within a month, this ship will etch its name into history, a ghost vessel drifting in silence. This is Unsolved Chronicles, where we chase the threads of the inexplicable. Today, we're boarding the Mary Celeste to uncover what turned a hard-working brigantine into a maritime phantom. Why did 11 souls vanish without a whisper? Let's cast off and dive into the enigma. It's now December 4th, 1872, nearly 4 weeks since the Mary Celeste left New York. The Atlantic stretches vast and restless, a gray expanse broken only by the occasional gull. Halfway between the Azores and Portugal, the Dei Gracia, a British brigantine commanded by Captain David Reed Morehouse, cuts through the waves. Morehouse, a weathered Nova Scotian in his 40s, knows this route well. Steady trade, steady seas. Around noon, his lookout shouts, a ship ahead, drifting oddly, her sails up but slack, her course erratic. Through his spyglass, Morehouse recognizes her, the Mary Celeste. He'd met Briggs in New York, shared a meal of roast beef and ale at a dockside tavern on November 5th, talking ships and storms. Now, something's wrong. He hails her silence. After an hour of no reply, he sends first mate Oliver DeVoe, a burly man with a thick beard, with 2 sailors to investigate. They row across, the sea lapping at their boat, and climb aboard. The deck is empty, the wheels spinning free in the breeze, creaking like a sigh. DeVoe calls out nothing but the echo of his own voice. Below deck, time seems frozen. In the captain's cabin, Sarah's melodeon sits closed, a half-stitched dress draped over a chair, needles still in the fabric. Sophia's bunk holds her doll, its yarn hair tangled. The crew's quarters are a snapshot of life, pipes on a table, a harmonica mid-tune, boots lined up, a German Bible open to Psalms. In the galley, the stove glows faintly, embers dying, a pot of stew congealed, bread sliced but untouched, tea cold in tin mugs. The hole's 1,701 barrels stand in rows. 9 are open, a few gallons gone, but no stench of spill, no sign of theft. The lifeboat's davits dangle empty, it's vanished. Yet the ship isn't touched by chaos, sails frayed but whole. No splintered wood, no bloodstains, no storm's wrath. The logbook lies on Briggs' desk, his neat script ending November 25th at 8 a.m. Sighted land, all well. Position 3,657 feet in 2530, near the Azores, 600 miles west. 10 days prior. The sextant and chronometer are missing, vital for navigation, but charts, cash, and personal letters remain. DeVoe's skin prickles, the silence feels heavy, alive. Morehouse orders the ship towed to Gibraltar, 700 miles away, arriving December 12. The British Vice Admiralty Court takes over, launching an inquiry. Divers inspect the hull, no leaks, no damage. Salvage crews mutter it's cursing, a ship abandoned yet alive. How does a vessel sail on fully stocked, with every soul gone? The Mary Celeste offers clues but no answers, a riddle carved in wood and wind. March 1873, Gibraltar. The Vice Admiralty Court buzzes under Attorney General Frederick Sully Flood, a meticulous man with a hawkish glare, determined to crack the case. He interrogates DeVoe, examines the ship plank by plank, but the Mary Celeste resists. Theory 1, mutiny. Sully Flood suspects the crew, drunk on pilfered alcohol, turned on Briggs, killed the family, and fled. He tests the barrels, only 9 opened, a fraction used, not enough to spark a binge. No blood, no weapons, no signs of a fight. The theory sinks. Theory 2, pirates. The Atlantic's lawless edges breed raiders. But why leave 1,701 barrels of profit? No stolen goods, no battle scars, just a lifeboat gone. Sully Flood pivots to nature, a waterspout or freak wave sweeping them off. Yet the ship's deck mocks him, dry, orderly, and touched by fury. Then a breakthrough, or so he thinks. He finds faint axe marks on a rail, suggesting foul play, but experts call it old wear. Another theory rises. Alcohol fumes. Leaking barrels could have released vapor, a spark threatening a blast. Briggs, cautious, might have ordered everyone into the lifeboat, cutting it loose too soon, dooming them to drift. Modern science disputes an explosion. Denatured alcohol burns slow, not fast but panic fits. Wilder minds wonder, a giant squid, tales of which terrified Victorian sailors, or a Bermuda Triangle precursor, bending reality itself. Witnesses emerge, shaky but vivid. In January 1873, a Portuguese fisherman swears he saw a lifeboat near the Azores snapped. A woman's shawl soaked in red lost before officials arrived. In 1880, a Madeira beachcomber finds a child's shoe, leather worn but small, like Sophia's coincidence or clue. By 1904, a retired sailor claims he heard a woman scream off Portugal decades earlier. Faint on the wind. Sully Flood rules abandonment for unknown cause, a cop-out that satisfies no one. Each theory mutiny. Pirates, nature, fumes, monsters, cracks underweight. The Mary Celeste taunts us, her emptiness a mirror to our guesses. The Mary Celeste doesn't fade quietly. Towed from Gibraltar, she's sold in 1873. Her new owners dodging whispers of a jinx. She sails under fresh captains, but luck sours, cargoes rot, profits dry. By 1885, Captain Gilman Parker runs her aground off Haiti, torching her for insurance, a desperate end for a haunted ship. Her wreck splinters, claimed by Coral, but her story grows. In 1884, Arthur Conan Doyle pens J. Habakkuk Jeffson's Statement, a fictional Marie Celeste that cements her fame. Pirates and voodoo, not truth, but the world laps it up. 11 lives. Benjamin, Sarah, Sophia. 8 crew slip into the void, their fate a blank page. Past November 25th. Did fumes spark a fatal flight? Did a rope snap, stranding them at sea? Or did something darker pull them under? The log says all well, but the sea disagrees. She's a sister to Flight 19, Roanoke, a riddle in a pantheon of loss. Over 150 years, divers hunt her wreck, writers chase her ghost, yet no answer holds. Unsolved Chronicles lives for these echoes. What's your theory? Panic, plunder, or the paranormal? Drop it below, like if you're gripped. Subscribe for more. The Mary Celeste drifts on, a specter in time, her silence louder than any storm. Are we brave enough to hear what she won't say?